Hi students, welcome back. We already discussed about the displacement and the equation for the displacement of the body S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. In the case of a dropped body, initial velocity u equal to 0. In that case, displacement S is equal to half into g into t square. Okay, in the case of dropped body, A is equal to g, therefore S is equal to half gt square. Here g is a constant, therefore we can take S is directly proportional to t square. This is the equation for the displacement of the body. Okay, so what about the ratio of displacement in 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, etc.? The ratio of displacement in 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, etc. to n seconds is 1 is to 4 is to 9 is to 16 is to etc. to n square. Okay. This is the ratio of displacement in 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, etc. and so on. Now we want to consider the displacement in the nth second. Displacement in the nth second is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. Displacement in the nth second Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. In the case of dropped body, u is equal to 0 and a is equal to g, then Sn is equal to g by 2 into 2n minus 1. Okay, from this equation, Sn is directly proportional to 2n minus 1. Okay. Sn is directly proportional to 2n minus 1. This is the equation for the displacement in the nth second. Now we want to find out what about the ratio of displacement in first second, in the second second, displacement in the third second, etc. In the first second, 2 into 1 minus 1, it's equal to 1. Is 2. In the second second, 2 into 2 minus 1, that's equal to 3 is 2. In the third second, 2 into 3 minus 1, it's equal to 5, etc. And in the nth second, we can write as 2n minus 1. Therefore, what about the ratio? 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to etc. to 2n minus 1. These are the displacement in the first second, second second, third second, etc. Now we can go through the problems. Okay, our first question, a body is moving along a straight line with a uniform acceleration. Acceleration of the body when it moves along a straight line is given. It's equal to 3 meter per second square. When time t is equal to 3 seconds, its velocity is 11 meter per second. When time t is equal to 3 seconds, its velocity is given. Velocity after time t is equal to 3 seconds is given. Time t is equal to 3 seconds. Its velocity v is equal to 11 meter per second. Okay, 11 meter per second. Okay. The distance covered by it in the third second. We want to find out the distance covered in the third second. Third second. That is, we want to find out Sn. N here, n is equal to 3. Distance covered in the third second. Okay. We know that Sn is equal to displacement in the third second. That is, Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. This is the equation. Okay. In this equation, we don't know about what about u. To find out u, we final velocity, acceleration and time is given. Okay, then by using the formula v is equal to u plus at, we can find out what about the value of u. Okay, here v is equal to 11, 11 equal to u plus a is equal to 3 into time t is equal to 3, then 3 into 3, 9. From here u is equal to 11 minus 9, it's equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, initial velocity of the body, it's equal to 2 meter per second. Now we can substitute the value of u in this equation. Then we can find out what about the displacement in the third second. Displacement in the third second S3 is equal to u is equal to 2 plus a is equal to 3, then 3 by 2 into 2 into 3 minus 1. That's equal to 2 plus 3 by 2 into 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 1 is equal to 5. That is 2 plus 15 divided by 2. That's equal to 2 plus 7.5. That's equal to 9.5 meter. Okay. Displacement in the third second is 9.5 meter. Okay. In this question, u is not given. First of all, we want to find out what about the value of u by using the equation v is equal to u plus at. Then we can substitute the value of u in this equation. A is given, n is given. Okay, on substituting that values, we can find out what about the displacement in the third second. Our second question, a stone is dropped from rest. Okay, a stone is dropped from rest. That is u is equal to initial velocity u equal to 0 at a height 20 meter. Okay, distance is given. Distance s is equal to 20 meter. It's given. The distance travelled by it in the last second of its fall. Okay, we want to find out the distance travelled in the last second of its fall. For that, we can use Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. Here, we don't know about what about the last second, that is n. To find out n, first of all, we want to find out what about the time taken by the body to reach the ground. For this, we can use the equation s is equal to ut plus half gt square. Here, u is equal to 0. Then s is equal to half gt square. S, the value of s is equal to, or displacement is equal to 20 meter, height 20. 20 equal to half into g is equal to 10 into t square. Then t square equal to 4. From that t is equal to 2 seconds. Now we can find out what about the displacement in the last second. Okay, displacement in the last second is 2 equal to u is equal to 0 plus a is equal to g by 2 into 2 minus 1. That's equal to 10 by 2 into 4 minus 1, that's equal to 3. It's equal to 5 into 3 equal to 15 meter. Okay. In this question, first of all, we want to find out what about the time. Because we don't know about what about the last second of its fall. Okay. Time can be calculated by using the formula s is equal to ut plus half gt square. U is equal to 0. Then on substituting the values, time t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay. Now we can substitute the value of t is equal to 2 seconds in n. We know about u and a. Then we can calculate what about the displacement in the second of its motion. Okay. Displacement in the second s2 is equal to 15 meter. Okay. Our next topic is relative velocity. When two bodies are moving in the same direction. For this, we consider two bodies A and B which are moving with velocity VA and VB. A moves with velocity VA and B moves with velocity VB in the same direction. Then relative velocity is equal to VA minus VB. That is, if two bodies are moving in the same direction, relative velocity is equal to VA minus VB. Now, if these two bodies are moving in the opposite direction, body A moves with a velocity VA in the forward direction and the body B moves with a velocity VB in the backward direction, then relative velocity is equal to VA plus VB. Okay, that is, if two bodies are moving in the same direction, relative velocity is equal to VA minus VB. And if two bodies are moving in the opposite direction, it is equal to VA plus VB. Now we can go through the problems related to this particular topic. Our first question, a train moving with a uniform speed of 10 meter per second. Train is moving with a uniform speed of 10 meter per second. Crosses a bridge of length of 500 meter. Okay, here there is a bridge. Okay, train crosses this bridge. This is the bridge. Here there is a train. Train crosses the bridge in 80 seconds. Okay, velocity of the train. Velocity of the train is given. Velocity is equal to 10 meter per second. And what about the length of the bridge? Length of the bridge is equal to 500 meter. Train crosses the bridge within in 80 seconds. Time interval is given. Time t is equal to 80 seconds. That is given. We want to find out the length of the train. Okay. In this, we want to consider the relative velocity. Relative velocity equal to relative distance divided by time. Relative distance divided by time. Here the distance is equal to the length of the train plus length of the bridge. Then length of the train plus length of the bridge divided by time t, that's equal to relative velocity VR. Here we know that velocity of the train is equal to 10 meter per second. Here it's equal to 0. Therefore relative velocity is equal to 10. 10 equal to length of the train plus length of the bridge is equal to 500 divided by time. Time t is equal to 80 seconds. Then 800 equal to length of the train plus 500. Okay, from this length of the train is equal to 800 minus 500, that is equal to 300 meter. Okay, length of the train is equal to 300 meter. Okay, that's the answer. Next question. A train of length 200 meter is traveling at 30 meter per second. Okay, first train of length 200 meter traveling with a velocity is equal to 30 meter per second overtakes another train. Okay, the first train which overtakes the another train which is having a length of 300 meter and moves with a speed is equal to or velocity is equal to 20 meter per second. Okay, that is given in the question. And these two trains are moving on the parallel track. Okay, in the same direction on the parallel track. The time taken by the first train to cross the second train is. We want to find out the time taken by the first train to cross the second train. Okay, here we want to take the relative velocity. V relative is equal to relative velocity is equal to relative distance. Relative distance divided by time. Okay. Here the two trains are moving in the same direction. Therefore, the relative velocity is equal to VA minus VB or velocity of the first train minus velocity of the second train. That is 30 minus 20 is equal to 30 minus 20 that's equal to. What about the relative distance? The first train wants to cross the second train. Therefore, the total distance is equal to 500. Okay, just add the length of the two trains. That's the relative distance. Then relative distance divided by time. We don't know about what about the time. Okay. Then time t is equal to 500 divided by 30 minus 20 is equal to 10. That's equal to 50 seconds. Okay. What about the time taken by the first train to cross the second train? It's equal to 50 seconds. Okay. Our next question. A train 250 meter long is going towards east. Okay. A train 250 meter long going towards east. Towards east with a speed of 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second is the speed of the train. The train is having a length is equal to 250 meter. Okay. A parrot flies at a speed of 5 meter per second towards the west. Okay. A parrot which flies. Okay. Which flies with a speed is equal to 5 meter per second towards the west. Towards the west. Parallel to the railway track. Both are moving in a parallel manner. The time taken by the parrot to cross the train is. We want to find out the time taken by the parrot to cross the train. That's the question. We know that relative velocity is equal to relative distance divided by time. When we consider the relative velocity, these two objects, the train and the bird, are moving in the opposite direction. Therefore, the relative velocity is equal to VA plus VB. Then 20 plus 5. Relative velocity is equal to 20 plus 5 because they are moving in the opposite direction. That's equal to relative distance. Length of the train is equal to 250 meter. And the size of the parrot is negligibly small on compared to the length of the train. So that's neglected. Now we can take the relative distance as 250. Okay, size of the parrot is negligibly small. Divided by time. Therefore 25 is equal to 250 divided by t. Then time t is equal to 250 divided by 25. It's equal to 10 seconds. Okay, what about the time taken by the parrot to cross the train? It's equal to 10 seconds. Our next question. A 100 meter long train moving with a velocity of 15 meter per second overtakes a car moving along a parallel road in the same direction in 10 seconds. In this question, the train and the car are moving in a parallel manner. The train is having a length is equal to 100 meter. The length of the train is equal to 100 meter. moving with a velocity of 15 meter per second, and the size of the car is negligibly small on compared with the train, which is moving along the parallel road in the same direction, but we don't know about the velocity of the car. Okay, the train overtakes the car within 10 seconds. The train overtakes the car in 10 seconds. So we can find out what about the velocity of the car by using the relative concept. Then relative velocity is equal to relative distance divided by time. Okay. Relative velocity, that is equal to velocity of the train minus velocity of the car, because both are moving in the same direction. That's equal to relative distance, it's equal to 100 meter. The size of the car is negligibly small on compared with the length of the train. Okay, so it's equal to, relative distance is equal to 100 divided by time. Time t is equal to 10 seconds. What about Vt? Velocity of the train is equal to 15. 15 minus Vc is equal to 10. Then Vc is equal to 15 minus 10. It's equal to 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second is the velocity of the car. Okay. Velocity of the car is equal to 5 meter per second. That's the value we can find out from the first portion of this question. Now, we can go through the second portion. If the car was moving with the same velocity in the opposite direction, then the time taken by the train to cross it is. Okay. If the car was moving with the same velocity but in the opposite direction. If the car was moving with the same velocity but it is in the opposite direction. That is, the car was moving in the opposite direction as that of the train. With the same velocity, then the time taken by the train to cross it is. Now, two objects are moving in the opposite direction. Then what about the relative velocity? Relative velocity is equal to V train plus V car. Velocity of the train plus velocity of the car. That's equal to relative distance. Here the relative distance is equal to 100 because the size of the car is negligibly small on compared with train, divided by time. Okay. Now on substituting the value of Vt and Vc in this equation, we can find out the time. That is Vt is equal to 15. 15 plus Vc is equal to 5 equal to 100 divided by t. Then t is equal to 100 divided by 20, that's equal to 5 seconds. Okay, time taken by the train to overtake the car equal to 5 seconds. Okay, I think these questions are clear for you. If you like this video, please subscribe and enable the bell button.